Hello everyone, welcome back. Please comment, rate, subscribe, folks. Comment, rate, subscribe, like the videos. Also share the videos. I want to thank everyone that does like, watch, and share my videos. You folks are the absolute best. Listen, folks, there's a link tree down below. Has the links to all of my social media platforms. Please go down there, follow me across all my social media platforms, and talk to me because I talk back. Also down there as well as links to all of my YouTube pages. Please go down there, subscribe to all my YouTube pages, and turn on your notifications so when I post content, you folks will be in the know. Listen, folks. Tuesday at 7 p.m. Eastern. Tuesday at 7 p.m. Eastern, I'll be doing a live radio show. We'll be talking about the New York Jets. We'll be talking about all the achievements, the roster, all of it, all right? We'll be talking about it all. Call in. I take live callers. I love going back and forth with you folks about this football team. Now, with that said and done and put to the side, I've come to talk to you folks today about the New York Jets beating the Green Bay Packers, all right, in Lambeau, 27-10. Gotcha. 27-10. All right? Listen, the New York Jets are now 4-2. It's the best record I think we've had starting off since 2015. There's been a lot of hate on the New York Jets, and I'm going to keep it all the way real, okay? There's been a lot of hate. I know y'all have been hearing it. A lot of people calling us frauds, saying we haven't beat any good quarterbacks. All this nonsense that was floating around, right? Before the Jets took field in Lambeau against the Green Bay Packers. The Jets are fraud. They haven't beat anybody. There was a lot of people picking against us, all that stuff. They haven't beat any good quarterbacks. All the quarterbacks they beat were trash. Really? Interesting. Because here we are, we go into Lambeau, okay, which is a raucous place to play, one of the toughest places to play in the entire NFL. And we face the Green Bay Packers, very solid football team in this league. And we beat Aaron Rodgers, one of the greatest quarterbacks of all time, and is still in this league getting it done. What do you have to say now? What is there to say? I want to hear it. Haters. The haters out there, I want to hear it. Comment down below. Now we're going to get into this, okay? Because I want to talk about this football game. I was thoroughly impressed with so many things that the New York Jets were able to do. Now, off the bat, our defense was phenomenal in this game. Phenomenal, okay? And I mean, it started from the time that the ball was kicked off at the very beginning to the end, all right? Now, early in the game, we thought we had an interception that got returned for a touchdown. We thought, okay? Aaron Rodgers throwing the ball to a pass catcher for the Packers. The ball looked like it had gotten tipped up initially. Sauce was in the right place at the right time. As always, that boy was phenomenal in this game as well, as usual, right? And he was able to pick the ball off, take it back, return, touchdown. At that point, I'm just overjoyed. But they did a replay, they reviewed it, and the ball did hit the ground as well as the front of the ball kind of touching the guy's glove, which caused it to get tipped up, and the call was reversed. The TD was taken off the board, no interception, nothing. Fine. The New York Jets eventually were able to stop the Packers anyway. They ended up punting on that drive. But let me tell you something. The entire first half pretty much, well, coming up close to the end of the first half, the Jets defense was just balling out of control, especially our front. We were getting pressure on Aaron Rodgers constantly. But I tell you what, one guy that seemed to be completely unblockable against the Green Bay Packers, they couldn't stop him. It was Quinnen Williams. Quinnen Williams stepped up in this game crazy, all right? Now, mind you, he had 5 total tackles, 2 sacks. He had 2 tackles for loss. The New York Jets were blowing up their running game. They couldn't get anything going. The New York Jets the Jets defense gave up only 60 yards rushing to the Green Bay Packers all game. 60 yards rushing. They were in the backfield all day. Tackles for loss. Aaron Jones trying to get the handoff. He's already getting hit by somebody. This Jets defense came to play, and they meant business. It was physical and all about absolutely taking everything away from you. I absolutely loved what the Jets front did. Loved it. Sheldon Rankins was in there going crazy as well. Guys making plays, man. Quinnen Williams also blocked a field goal as well in this football game. That was crazy. And things were just rolling, but we couldn't really get things going offensively. That was the big issue, especially early. Couldn't get things going offensively, couldn't get on the board. Now, there was some pressure on Rodgers, going into the second quarter. Clock was ticking away. And I want to say about 8 minutes, maybe 40 seconds, Aaron Rodgers actually fumbles. LaMarcus Joyner is able to grab the fumble, recover it, goes down, and the Jets offense gets onto the field. Now, they're able to put a little something together. They couldn't really move the ball too crazy. They weren't able to get into the end zone, but Zernline lines up, and he hits a 32-yard field goal. That puts the Jets up 3-0. 3-0. Now, on another drive, as we continued going down in the second quarter, we actually ended up missing a field goal. Zernline leads it wide left, and that, gave the Packers the football back. The Packers were able to drive down, and they were able to get a field goal for the half as well. So now it's 3-3 going into the half. And I'm like, okay, the offense needs to clean things up. There's some things that we can do better. But now we can make these second half adjustments, really get into the game, and really just kind of destroy the Green Bay Packers because the defense was playing so well. Now, according to reports, and even, Sulla kind of said himself that he went into that locker room, he made a speech to the team. He said, listen, keep moving, keep pressing, keep throwing those body blows, keep punching. Throw those body blows to the Green Bay Packers, and eventually they're going to fold. I'm paraphrasing, but this is what he told the team. Keep throwing those body blows, and eventually they will fold, okay? And the team listened, and they came out with that same energy. After the half, the Jets were able to come out. They got a TD, finally got into the end zone for the day. Now, Zach hit Corey Davis for a 41-yard catch on that drive as well, which was like, okay, Zach Wilson's kind of waking up a little bit. Again, Zach was 10 of 18 on the day, 110 yards. So he did what he needed to do out there, but that drive was actually capped off after that 41-yard catch, 41-yard catch. The drive was actually capped off by Braxton Berrios with a 20-yard rushing touchdown. So it's like, all right, Jets is on the board, 10-3. It's time to go. We're getting some momentum happening, right? Now the next drive, Green Bay Packers trying to drive down, get it rolling. Quinnen Williams gets a sack. Green Bay Packers line up to punt. They try to punt the football. Michael Clemens blocks the punt. He blocks the punt. Will Parks, our safety, recovers the blocked punt, takes it back. Touchdown Jets. Now we're rolling. Now it's 17-3. And it's like, okay, we're coming. It's our time. And now again, we've all known that, especially in the second half this year, we really put the gas to the pedal and really being able to get things done. So now we're up 17-3. The momentum is flowing. And I'm like, oh, man, it's our time now. We're showing people what time it is. Our defense is stepping up and playing well. Our offense is coming around, but our special teams is making plays when necessary. We're doing whatever we can to take this game away. On the next drive, the Packers are able to come out, and one of the things that I talked about before this game that I wanted to see the New York Jets clean up, penalties. And in this next drive for the Packers, when they got themselves into the end zone and scored a touchdown, penalties were a huge help for them to help extend their drives. We had 2 penalties on third downs, which we could have stopped them. Okay, we could have stopped them. Would have been 3 and out for them. That would have been out. We would have got them off the field. 2 penalties on third downs, which could have got them off the field, that hurt us, okay? The first penalty was a roughing the passer call. Extended their drive, gave them a first down. There was another penalty on a third down, which would have got them off the field because it was an incomplete pass thrown by Aaron Rodgers. Was an illegal contact. I believe that was on Mosley, which helped extend their drive as well. Then eventually, again, you give a quarterback like Aaron Rodgers, an offense like Green Bay, a coaching staff like, they have over there with LaFleur. You give them extended drives. You keep giving them first downs. Eventually, he found the end zone. Aaron Rodgers hit Lazard for, I think, a 25-yard touchdown. Now, it's 17-10. We're still up, but it's 17-10. They're getting closer. Again, the New York Jets had 7 penalties for 79 yards in this game, and that drive alone showed how penalties will kill us. It'll hurt us. We cannot continue to allow that to happen. Now, the New York Jets were able to bounce back from that. In the past, we would have folded. It would have been done, okay? The Packers are getting their momentum back. Things are happening. If this was another staff, another time, another team, we would have imploded. The Packers would have found their way back into the game. We would have lost this game. That was not what was going to happen here, all right? The New York Jets, this football team, with all the heart and grit, they answered. They answered on the next drive and closed it out. Now, on the next drive, Jets get the ball back. Wilson, he finds Conklin, he finds Uzama on this drive. They're moving and grooving down the field. And then Breece Hall caps the drive off with a 34-yard touchdown run. The score is now 24-10 Jets. That's big boy football. When all the adversity's starting to come, when the momentum's starting to slip, and people are like, oh yeah, Packers, they on their side, like, oh yeah, we back into this, baby. Actually, you're not, boy. Actually, you're not. Let me remind you, smack you real quick and bring you back into reality. It is our time. That's what that drive was about. It was our time. And again, Breece Hall on the day was unbelievable, man. Unbelievable. 20 carries, 116 yards, and a touchdown. Now, mind you, that 34-yard run was supposed to be, he was supposed to pitch it to Garrett Wilson. But he didn't. He said, hey, he passed on Garrett Wilson. He didn't think he could get it to him. He looked, he saw daylight, boom, took off and got himself a touchdown. And he was moving on that run. Breece Hall has been a guy that we can lean on immediately. We've seen this. The New York Jets running game on the day was solid as well. Again, Michael Carter had 6 carries for 41 yards. The Jets' total rushing in this game was 179 yards. I think that's a season high for us as far as rushing total. So it was unbelievable. That was a big-time answer to close the game out and put it away. Again, the Green Bay Packers eventually turned the ball over on downs, and we were able to get another field goal as well, which took it to 27-10. Let me tell you something. I am so proud of this New York Jets team, this young football team, showing so much heart and being able to win different ways, being able to handle situations faced with adversity, being able to answer, always having the mentality of we will not quit. This staff, this team, these running backs, okay, this defense, this quarterback, they're all focused in one direction. And that's doing whatever they can to put the New York Jets in the best situation to get that W. They're all one. I'm so impressed by this football team. I was thoroughly impressed by this win yesterday. Thoroughly impressed. Comment down below. Let me know what you folks think. How do you folks feel about this win against the Green Bay Packers? What are your thoughts about the defense? Let me know what your thoughts about our rushing attack as well. Breece Hall, Michael Carter. How do you feel about Coach Sulla, man? Coach Sulla, Mike LaFleur. Mike LaFleur called an amazing game as well offensively too. So comment down below. Let me know what you folks think. You folks have a good one. Peace.